Just some more examples from exercise 7K. For theta, if theta lies between 0 and 360 degrees, find two values of theta that satisfy the following. Now, what we do to do these questions, we look at this, we say sine theta equals negative root 3 on 2. In other words, sine theta is negative. So we say sine theta is negative in, now we need to see which quadrants sine theta is negative in, and it's negative in, remember we've got all stations to central, so sine theta is negative in quadrants, I'll just put quadrants 3 and quadrant 4, because all of the ratios are positive in quadrant 1, only sine is positive in quadrant 2. But we need to look at what the acute angle for theta is. So the negative just tells you what quadrants your angle lies in. So now we pretend that the negative's not there, and we say sine of what is root 3 on 2. So acute angle theta would be inverse sine of root 3 on 2. In other words, sine of what angle is root 3 on 2? We know that sine of 60 is root 3 on 2. Okay, so I'll draw a little diagram. So we've got 60 degrees in quadrants 3 and 4. So therefore theta, remember theta is, we need two values for theta. We're in quadrant 3 and 4. This angle is 180 plus 60. And this other angle here is, well, it's 300 because it's 360 minus 60. So therefore your two answers are theta is 240 degrees and theta is 60 degrees. Now for this next question here, find the two values of theta lying between 0 and 360 that satisfy the following. Cos theta is a half. Well, we can see that cos theta is positive a half. So here we've got all stations to central. And cos, so for this one it was negative in quadrants 3 and 4. Over here, cos theta is positive in quadrants 1 and quadrant 4. So we're looking for first the acute angle theta. The acute angle is the angle between 0 and 90 degrees. So cos of what is a half? It's cos of 30, which is a half. So therefore your two angles for theta, I like to draw them in. We're in quadrant 1, 30 degrees, and quadrant 4, 30 degrees as well. To get to that first angle, it's just 30 degrees. And the quadrant 4 angle, remember we have to go anti-clockwise all the way around the circle. It's 360 minus 30. In other words, theta is 30 degrees and 300 degrees. Okay, question 12. Use a calculator to find the two values of theta for 0 less than or equal to theta less than or equal to 360. Correct to one decimal place for these simple equations. So we can see that sine theta is positive. So we say sine theta is positive. Remember, we've got all stations to central, so it's positive in quadrants 1 and 2. Okay, just remember, we've got all stations to central, and it's positive in quadrants 1 and 2. So we need to find our acute angle theta. So sine of what is 0.3? This is not an exact value. So on your calculator, you just go inverse sine of 0.3. And we get 17, and we're just going to go correct to one decimal place. So 17 point, it's 457. I'm going to make it 17.5 degrees. So remember, sine is positive in quadrants 1 and 2. So therefore, we draw our little sketch. We've got 17.5 degrees in quadrant 1 and 17.5 degrees in quadrant 2. So therefore, theta is 17.5 degrees. And that's quadrant 1, and to get to quadrant 2, it's 180 minus 17.5. So therefore, theta is 17.5 degrees, and 180 minus 17.5 is 162.5 degrees. Now you can check those answers. So you can just go sine of 17.5, and you get 0.3007. And if you do sine of 162.5, you get the same answer, 0.3007. Okay, now for question 12G, solve the following. Cos theta equals negative 0.4. So the negative is just to tell me what quadrants I'm lying in, so all stations to central. Cos is positive in quadrants 1 and 4, so cos is negative in quadrants 2 and 3. So cos theta is negative in quadrants 2 and quadrant 3. So we need to find the acute angle theta. So you do not put the negative into your calculator to find that acute angle. Okay, so we go that it's cos to the -1 of positive 0.4. Do not put the negative into your calculator. The negative only tells you which quadrants you lie in. So the negative tells you quadrants 3 and 4. What you put into your calculator is shift cos, second function cos 0.4. When you do that, you get 66.4 degrees. So we'll draw out quadrants 2, 66.4 degrees, and quadrant 3 with 66.4 degrees. So therefore theta is, remember to get quadrant 2, it's 180 minus 66.4 degrees, and quadrant 3 is 180 plus 66.4 degrees. Okay? So therefore your answer is 180 minus 66.4, which is 113.6 degrees, and 180 plus 66.4, 246.4 degrees. So now, if you want to check on your calculator, I was writing checking. If I do the cos of 113.6 degrees, I should get approximately -4, and I get -4.0034, etc. And if I do the cos of 246.4 degrees, I get also -0.40034. Of course, these are almost equal. They're not exactly equal to -0.4 because we have rounded these answers to one decimal place.